A shocking and dramatic incident unfolded during one of the most anticipated matchups of the MLB season, and the entire baseball world is still talking about it. What happened between Shohei Ohtani and the Arizona Diamondbacks first baseman has not only shaken the Dodgers organization but has also forced Major League Baseball to take one of the most historic actions in recent memory. Nobody expected the game to end the way it did. Nobody expected what came next. What exactly happened during that live collision? Why has MLB taken such an extreme step? What does this mean for the Diamondbacks going forward? And most importantly, is Shohei Ohtani okay after what millions of fans witnessed in real time? When the starting lineups were announced before the game between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks, the energy in the stadium was electric. Shohei Ohtani was in the lineup, as expected, and fans from both sides were ready for an intense and competitive game. Nobody in that stadium, nobody watching at home, and nobody inside either clubhouse could have predicted what was about to happen in a single terrifying moment that would stop the entire baseball world in its tracks. It happened fast. In one of the most critical moments of the game, Shohei Ohtani was running hard toward first base on what appeared to be a routine play. The Diamondbacks' first baseman moved to receive the throw and position himself on the bag. But in a split second, everything went wrong. The two players collided with tremendous force, and the impact was caught live on camera for millions of viewers to witness in real time. The crowd fell completely silent. Players from both dugouts rushed toward the scene. Medical staff ran onto the field immediately. Ohtani went down. The Dodgers superstar, who had been running at full speed, took the full impact of the collision and landed hard on the ground near first base. For several agonizing seconds, Ohtani remained on the field while trainers surrounded him and checked his condition. Players stood around with visible concern on their faces. The Diamondbacks players, including the first baseman involved in the collision, appeared visibly shaken and immediately tried to check on Ohtani's condition. Fans inside the stadium held their breath. Fans watching at home grabbed their phones to search for updates. Social media exploded within seconds of the incident being broadcast live. After several tense minutes, Ohtani was able to get up with the help of the training staff. He walked off the field slowly, and while that brought some relief to the crowd, the worry did not disappear. The Dodgers medical team immediately took him to the clubhouse for a full evaluation. Manager Dave Roberts was visibly concerned as he watched his biggest star leave the field. When asked about Ohtani's condition after the game, Roberts chose his words carefully. Roberts said that the collision was very sudden and very hard. He confirmed that Ohtani was taken inside immediately for evaluation and that the team was monitoring his condition very closely. He also said that the health and safety of his player was the only priority at that moment, and that everything else, including the result of the game, came second. Roberts emphasized that no final decision about Ohtani's availability for upcoming games would be made until the full medical evaluation was completed. Freddie Freeman, who was in the dugout when the collision happened, admitted that his heart dropped the moment he saw Ohtani go down. Freeman said that everyone on the team immediately stopped thinking about the game and started thinking about their teammate. He said that Ohtani is not just the most important player on the field, he is one of the most important people in their clubhouse, and seeing him fall like that was deeply unsettling for every single person wearing a Dodgers uniform. Freeman added that the entire team was sending their support to Ohtani and hoping for the best possible news from the medical team. Mookie Betts also spoke briefly after the game and said that the moment the collision happened, he immediately ran toward first base to check on Ohtani. Betts said he could tell right away that the impact was serious. He said Ohtani didn't say much in those first moments, which was unusual, because Ohtani always finds a way to stay calm and composed. Betts said that silence alone told him everything he needed to know about how hard that collision had been. While the Dodgers were dealing with the shock and concern surrounding Ohtani's condition, Major League Baseball was already reviewing the footage of the play. League officials watched the replay from multiple angles and launched an immediate investigation into the actions of the Diamondbacks' first baseman during the collision. What the investigation revealed led to one of the most dramatic announcements MLB has made in recent history. Major League Baseball officially announced a historic suspension for the Arizona Diamondbacks first baseman following the collision with Shohei Ohtani. According to league officials, the review of the play determined that the collision was not simply the result of a routine baseball play. The positioning and movement of the Diamondbacks first baseman in the moments before impact raised serious questions that could not be ignored. MLB officials stated that the safety of all players on the field is the highest priority of the league, and that any action which puts a player at unnecessary risk will be dealt with swiftly and seriously. The suspension handed down by MLB was described by multiple analysts and former players as one of the most significant disciplinary actions taken against a position player in recent years. The length of the suspension sent a clear message to every team and every player across the entire league. This was not a routine fine or a warning. This was a statement from Major League Baseball that what happened to Shohei Ohtani on that field would not be tolerated. Reaction from around the league came quickly. Former players, current managers, and baseball analysts all weighed in on both the collision and the suspension. Many agreed that the punishment was appropriate given the circumstances and the identity of the player who was affected. Others pointed out that the incident highlights a much larger conversation about player safety in Major League Baseball and whether enough is being done to protect the sport's biggest stars. Inside the Diamondbacks organization, the mood was somber. Sources close to the team confirmed that the first baseman was visibly upset following the announcement of the suspension. According to those sources, the player expressed genuine remorse about what happened and sent a private message to Ohtani expressing his concern and his apologies. He reportedly had no intention of causing harm during the play, and the suspension was a difficult moment for him personally and professionally. The Diamondbacks organization released a brief statement acknowledging the suspension and expressing their hope that Ohtani would make a full and speedy recovery. Back in the Dodgers clubhouse, the news of the historic suspension spread quickly among the players. According to sources inside the clubhouse, the reaction was mixed. Some players felt that the punishment sent the right message. Others simply said they did not want to focus on the suspension and were only thinking about Ohtani and his recovery. Everyone agreed on one thing. The health of Shohei Ohtani was the only thing that truly mattered at that moment. As the evening went on, positive updates began to emerge from the Dodgers medical staff. Initial reports indicated that while Ohtani had sustained some discomfort from the collision, there was cautious optimism that no serious structural damage had occurred. The full evaluation was still ongoing, and the team made clear that they would not rush any decisions regarding his return to the lineup. Roberts confirmed late that night that Ohtani was in good spirits and had been in contact with his teammates, reassuring them that he was okay. The Dodgers organization also released a statement expressing their full support for Ohtani and thanking fans around the world for the outpouring of concern and well wishes that flooded social media following the incident. The statement described Ohtani as the heart of the team and confirmed that every resource available to the organization would be devoted to his recovery and comfort. What happened on that field will be remembered as one of the most dramatic and emotional moments of this MLB season. A live collision caught on camera, historic suspension announced by the league, and an entire baseball world holding its breath waiting for news about the sport's biggest star. Shohei Ohtani has once again found himself at the center of everything, not because of a home run or a record, but because of a moment that reminded every fan just how fragile and precious every single game truly is. Thank you for watching. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below.